Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a movie called The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine, and also a documentary called VHS Nasty. Uh, a long time ago, I used to get an underground magazine called Blackest Heart. Then they released, they had a couple magazines out. And he talked about something called nunsploitation, which I never heard of before. But there was always like in the 60s and 70s, they always like would exploit something, or sometimes in the 80s too. And they had a thing with nuns being bad or whatever. These were all like mainstream movies though. And they mentioned Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine, and I mentioned Nuns in the Convent, which I haven't seen. And I saw one called The Other Hell a while back. I'll talk about that in a second. Well, I finally got a chance to see. Actually, I forgot about all this crap. I was just looking through a bunch of movies, and outside it popped up on Amazon. And it's free with Amazon Prime, Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine. I watched it. I thought it would be good, and it was actually. It started out okay. It revolves around this guy that's like being accused of the Spanish Inquisition of killing a bishop, and they're trying to get back at him, and they're trying to capture him, and because he wants to marry this girl from a feuding family. It's like Romeo and Juliet. And there's two families at war with each other, and they don't want them to have a relationship or get married or have kids or anything like that. And they took the girl and they put her in a convent. And the guy was fighting all these guys trying to get in the convent to see her, and this guy was hiding him. And they saw each other somewhat. And then that girl that was her roommate, the redhead girl, started humping her bed when she left, and they started making out a little bit. There's nudity and stuff in the movie, but it's not. And the nudity's okay. But the movie just moves at such a snail's pace. It's such a quiet film. And nothing's really convincing. Like the scenes of torture when the girl gets whipped. Why'd you get whipped for? They don't tell you that, and they just show it, and it's not convincing at all. The girl getting stretched or something like that, that's not convincing. Sword fighting scene's not convincing. It's just not a very engaging film. I was really disappointed with it. I thought it'd be much better than what it was. It took me 4 days to watch the damn thing, so that should give you an indication right there. I give it a 2 out of 10. I was really disappointed with it. And then the other movie was VHS Nasty. It came up around the same time. Cause I saw VHS Lives. I guess this guy did a trilogy of VHS movies where he would interview different videotape collectors or whatever. And VHS Nasty was supposedly supposed to talk about the video nasties from England that they ruled obscene or made it prohibited against the law to have those. If you had them, you can get thrown in jail. They never mentioned that in the movie. It was basically like the guys talking about the movies that were video nasties. Mostly I Spit on Your Grave, Face of the Death, Texas Chainsaw, Cannibal Holocaust, like those movies. And basically they was just interviewing guys that, they showed clips and stuff like that throughout, but sometimes they would repeat like that. They repeated the picture from Hell of the Living Dead twice, which, just show it once, no sense showing it a second time. And then, they kept saying, they're repeating the tagline from Last House on the Left, keep repeating yourself is only a movie, and that gets a little tiresome. They repeated some of the trailers. If they were kept just to show, the trailers once throughout the movie, that'd been fine instead of repeating it. I thought it was all right. I didn't really learn anything I didn't know before. And my friend Dave McDonough also was known as Dave Maggot, and he calls himself Dave Maggot. I'm not picking on him. He was listed on the IMDb because I watched like half. I wanted to see what they thought about IMDb because I was like, it was only okay. And then it said Dave McDonald's, and I said, "Where the heck are you at?" And I asked on Facebook, "Where are you at in this movie?" He said, "They only filmed in one scene during the credits." And that was the best scene in the movie. And that scene with him, and then like the clips from the movies and stuff. I liked it. It didn't really talk about anything I didn't know before. I would like to be interviewed for a movie like this. There's lots of stuff I can talk about horror films too. I give that a 6 out of 10. The best part was Dave's being in there. So that's my review of The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine and also VHS Nasty. So I hope you like it. Both movies are free on Amazon with Amazon Prime, at least for now. And you can find a lot of unusual documentaries. I was looking, I found a sriracha sauce one, and I found one about farts. It's nuts, you know. But I hope you like this review, everybody. Till next time, please take care of my legion.